Is this mic on? Is it on? I don't know. I hope so. I hope that it's on, and I hope that the music's not too loud because it's Saturday. Happy freaking Saturday, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And don't mind me. I'm just checking out a new hat that came in. You know, hats are a big deal for me. I wear them all the time because nobody wants to see the reflection off my forehead. It's true. It's true. You know, just like nobody wanted to see the facial hair. As you can see today, I am clean shaven. I did this for you. You know, I was told it looked dirty. Sometimes you just got to prioritize things differently. Shout out to everybody who's joining in. Shout out to the chat. Bam. All right. First of all, let's see who we've got here today. Who is hanging out in the chat today? Welcome into Marco. Marco, thanks for being a channel member. Steve Sweeney, thanks for being a channel member. Mark Parks in the house, another channel member. Top Dog, welcome in, brother. Thanks for being a channel member and a channel moderator, as always. Neil McKenzie in the house, good to see you. Crazy Roach, Clarence Davis, Swen Suarez, hey man. Greg Vanderlip, good to see you, man. I'm trying to get through the welcomes because I realize I spend a lot of time going through and saying hi, and I want to make sure that we're not missing everybody. How's it going, Jim? Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Lone Star Talboy in the house. Says carry of the day, the Spyderco Smock, cold steel black talon serrated. Are you one of the few that likes serrations? You know, I don't do a whole lot of serrated knives. I posted a video with the microtech amphibian last week. Last week. And the amount of people that are like, I hate serrations more than I hate raisins. Welcome into Loser. He says, I want to see the reflection off your forehead, but only once. Well, if you play your cards right, you never know. If you play your cards right, you never know, guys. What a busy week it's been. I spent the last week uploading daily, and on a single day, I think I even uploaded twice, which is a lot for me. I usually aim for 3-4 videos a week plus 2 live streams, and that's enough to keep me busy. But this last week I had enough inventory where I was like, you know, this is the amount of inventory that would take me 2 weeks. Let's see if we can get it in a week. And we did. 8 videos, 7 days, late nights. I was going to say early mornings, but I spend that, you know, taking care of my regular day job. Shout out to LCV Blades Edge. Thanks for being a channel member. Welcome in. Steve Sweeney says you have to get over the initial growing pains. I've given it a chance before, man. I've gone, I think it was like 6 or 7 months growing out the facial hair. It didn't look great. Small children weren't allowed in my vicinity. I joke. But you know what? I gave it, I feel like if you can't grow a good beard in 6 to 7 months, that's how you know. And you know, maybe these things change over time. People say, oh, get the facial rollers, get the beard growth serum. I tried it, man. It didn't work. I still had patches, and it never came in like thick and luscious. I was never the lumberjack. Welcome in, Jason. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, what's up, people? Carried the Chavez Scapegoat and the Hinderer Eclipse today. That's a nice carry. I'm boring. I've been carrying the same thing for days. The Vosteed Hedgehog. This is what's been in my pocket religiously because it fits in my fifth pocket and because it's great. I love fifth pocket carries that you can get full grips on because then you have 2 usable knives, one in your 5th pocket and the other one in your regular pocket. And I actually I had a package arrive yesterday, and it took me by surprise because I'm a part of several pass around groups, and most of the time, if a knife is given to a pass around group by the company or the manufacturer, usually that knife will be given away to some channel in the pass around group via like a lottery draw. And I've been in pass around groups for 2 years. I haven't won a single thing, not a damn thing. Call me Murphy. I never win. I've also never won a YouTube giveaway. Never won one before, but this came in the mail, and you could tell even the dog's excited. I was like, "What is this doing here? What is this doing here?" I won it in the lottery draw, so yeah, Tuya Kaladin. Heavily used by like 20 channels, so it's got a snail trail here, it's got some smudges there. It's not brand new, but first ever thing ever won in a lottery drawing or a giveaway. It's pretty cool. The DLC version, Tuya Kaladin with the frag milled pattern. Now I might actually end up putting this in my 10K subscriber giveaway once we hit 10,000 subscribers, because I'm aiming to make that the biggest milestone giveaway I've ever done. And I've already got a few pieces lined up. I've got a few knives lined up. But I want to make sure that it's good. I'm curious as to whether or not this is something you guys would want in the giveaway, because it has been this has been heavily reviewed. It's got a snail trail. It's not brand new. Like, is this one of those things where you guys would be elated to see this as part of a giveaway? I got it for free. I've already reviewed it. I like it. It's got that beautiful DLC finished blade, frag pattern milled titanium handle scales, perfect action. It's not a perfect knife. Watch my review on it. There's a few edges that I'm not a fan of, like this one right here on the lock bar cutout. There's a point where 3 angles meet, and it's kind of harsh. But it is a premium knife, and Tuya does really great work. So I'm considering putting this in the giveaway, but I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to or not, because it is used. I want people to be excited about it. Be like, oh, here we go, getting Rollshambo's used knives. So I'm trying to keep the knives that I put in the giveaway as new and as clean as possible, so whoever wins gets that new experience, that brand new experience. So we'll see. I'm gonna have the biggest giveaway ever once we hit 10,000 subscribers. Hey, welcome into YD Knives. Good to see you. Lone Star says serrated drama for personal protection only. Shout out to Samurai Cheeto Cats. He says, yo, Rolly, where are the wide jimps at? In the trailer park, where they always are. Every time. And jimping ain't easy. LCV Blades Edge says, how about the Moyarl for self-defense? I've never checked out a Moyarl. I hate that name. I've never checked one out. I've only ever heard good things, but I'll say this. If self-defense is your go-to, I would say whatever you carry, anything can be used for self-defense. Just watch, what's it called? I'm thinking of a movie. Mind blank. I think it's called Perfect Dark. It's got Vin Diesel in it, and it's based on a book. And he kills somebody with a teacup, self-defense teacup. And this guy is like giving him grief. He's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" He's like, "I'll kill you with this teacup." And then he does. So yeah, whatever you carry for self-defense, anything can be used for self-defense. You can carry a sheep's foot for self-defense. I would say that if you're going to do that, just train with it. get yourself like a carcass of some kind, you know, like from a butcher shop. See what the knife can actually do, and then see how you're going to move with it. Stuff like that is important. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I carry this for self-defense, and then they never practice with it. And when they're in that situation, high stress, high nerves, they don't do anything because they didn't practice, they didn't train. And your brain will always respond to high stress situations with things that it knows. And so if you're not used to doing stuff, you're not used to the self-defense actions that are required in those situations, you know, best case scenario, you run, worst case scenario, you freeze. That's all she wrote. So, you know, no matter what you carry for self-defense, practice with it. Seriously. Loser says, Sham, I appreciate you coming into Pocket Razor's stream the other day to bolster the raisinists in the chat. Listen, for those who don't know, this is a raisin-free zone, okay? I am adamant that raisins are blasphemous. They infiltrate the plates of perfectly good cookies, and they lure people into believing that they are not raisins, that they are in fact chocolate chips. And then you take that bite, and instead of a nice, moist piece of chocolate, you get an old, dried up grape. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to call out raisins. On a real note, though, yeah, no, it was fun hopping into the Pocket Razors live stream. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, if you don't know who Pocket Razors is, make sure you check out their channel. If one of the channel mods could be so kind and send out a link for the Pocket Razors channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Top Dog says, heck yeah, put it in the 10K giveaway. We're going to see what we can put together. We're going to see what we can put together. It's going to be the biggest giveaway I've ever done. But it needs to be, because I'm skipping all the other milestones. I'm skipping 8,000, 9,000. So the next 2,000 subscribers are going to be here because they want to be here, not just because they want free stuff. And then we're going to do a 10,000 subscriber giveaway once that happens. And I'm really excited for it. It's a little early to be talking about it. You know, I think I'm 2,600 subscribers away, but things happen quickly when a channel's growing. You never know. It should be before the end of the year. Jason says, do you have a Blade Runner discount code? So I do. I want to be clear. This discount code is only for Riot, Medford, Paragon, and Maxace. So for those 5 brands. And the reason why it's only for those 5 brands is because companies like Benchmade and Microtech and Heretic, they all have what's called MAP agreements, where authorized dealers are not allowed to stray outside of a pricing zone. They agree in a contract, contractually, they agree not to stray outside of this pricing zone. And that way you don't have one dealer that goes ham and says, I'm just going to have a big old tax deduction this year, and then undersells everybody else, bringing down the market and also potential future profits and stuff. So Microtech, Heretic, ProTech, Benchmade, a lot of American-made companies have MAP agreements that they sign with these retailers saying, if we sell you this product, you have to agree to price it in this range unless we all agree on a sale. And it's not just American-made companies. Lots of other companies do that too. Like Jack Wolf Knives has a MAP agreement with their authorized dealers. Pretty much any company that has a link on their website for authorized dealers. So Jason, the code is SHAMBO. That's SHAMBO for Maxace, Riot, Paragon, or Medford on Blade Runner HQ will get you 20% off. And that is a fat discount code. It's fat. Blade Runner is working on clearing out those brands, and so they said, you know what? We'll run a 20% discount code through your channel for your audience. So there you have it. Kaleidoscope of Knives says, Sang Moyarl. He says, saying Moyarl makes one sound drunk. I love you. And you know what the crazy thing is? Just kidding. Kaleidoscope Knife says, Pitch Black, that's the one. Vin Diesel kills dude with a teacup. But what are you going to do about it? He's like, I'm going to kill you with this teacup. And then he does. And it's fantastic. Chronicles of Riddick. Yeah, well, Chronicles of Riddick was the second one. Pitch Black was the first one. But Chronicles of Riddick was the one that got real popular. Hey, there you go. We got some good taste. Hey, shout out to Drinkwater. Welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, is this a safe space for chocolate chips? Absolutely. You can come here with all your chocolate chip eating addictions, and this is a safe place. No one's going to judge you. Only if you eat raisins. Steve Sweeney says, you are the second person today bad-mouthing oatmeal cookies over chocolate chips. I think I started that, actually. Listen, I like oatmeal cookies. I just don't like raisins in them. For example, the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. Amazing. Perfect. Fantastic. Thank you. Regular oatmeal cookies without raisins. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Oatmeal raisin cookies. No, they look like chocolate chip cookies, but they're not. And then once you've taken a bite, you're obligated to eat the rest of it. Otherwise, you're just, Knife Nut 69 says, hey, Roll, raisins rule. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. Raisins do not rule. Whitey Knife says he kills with the teacup in the second movie. I thought that was Pitch Black. Makes sense though. You know the one I was talking about. Loser says I can't look at pocket razors the same way again after seeing that giant oatmeal cookie monstrosity sitting on the middle of the screen. Look, we all have our preferences, I wouldn't judge him too harshly based on his cookie preference. They're just not allowed on my live stream. No raisin cookies on my live stream. Jake Anderson says, doesn't Vin Diesel own the rights to Riddick now? Does he? I have no idea. Crazy Roach says raisins are trash. I agree. Neil, thanks for dropping by, man. Have fun with the laundry, and we will catch you on the flip side. Kevin C says raisins are good, but have the most pesticides. I didn't know that. You don't think like leaving them out in the sun would kill off any of those pesticides? Do you have to wash your raisins? Would that defeat the purpose? Raisins being dried grapes. If you wash your raisins, does it turn them back into grapes? And if it does, would you still put it in that oatmeal cookie? Because if the answer to that question is no, then you probably shouldn't put raisins in cookies. Whitey Nice. He says, at one point, I wanted Vin Diesel to be my dad. Dad? Is that you? Shout out to Work Knife Balance. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, what's up, Roll? Just swinging by real quick on my way to work. Just got the Mini Katana Z1 in for review, and it's a pretty knife, but a little lackluster in my opinion. Honestly, I like it. And I think that it would be far better if it had a thumb stud like right here. Because it doesn't have a super hard detent because, it doesn't have a detent. It's a plunge lock. So there's not a whole lot of resistance when you go to flick it. It pushes buttons real well. Something that I thought was interesting, and for those of you who missed the last live stream, the Mini Katana Z1 is as I anticipated. It is a rebranded knife made by somebody else. So if you go to Kickstarter and you look up a company called Make It Happen, this is their second knife that they've released from Kickstarter, and they call it the Scarab. Now, I have a feeling that what happened was is that they sold a bunch of their stock to be rebranded by Mini Katana, which makes sense. Mini Katana, they come out with katanas. They don't do a whole lot of folding knife type stuff. But we've got really well done carbon fiber. We've got nicely milled and chamfered titanium handle scales, 3 mil titanium pocket clip, cool blade shape with extra milling on it for a little under $200. I think it's a pretty good deal. Is it going to appeal to everybody? No, it is flipper only minus that button lock. They should have done a thumb stud, and I'm going to stick by that, but it is a cool knife. This one will probably be one of the knives in the 10K giveaway. Kevin C says, wash your raisins make me think of things that are dirty. What if your spouse was like, didn't say, oh, I can't, I've got a headache. What if instead they're like, wash your raisins? That could be the new thing. Steve says, raisins are healthy. Raisins are healthy. Raisins are fruit, I think. They are fruit. They're dried fruit. They're fruit that's been left out and forgotten and then popularized in oatmeal cookies for some unknown reason. 1,000% agree. A thumb stud would have made it a lot better. Yep. Hey, shout out to Dion Page. Welcome in, brother. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for being a channel member. Oh, yeah. Neil says, raisins are yummy mummified grapes. I never thought about it like that, but you're not wrong. For those of you who are channel members, have you checked out the members only Discord yet? Have you checked it out yet? Ugh, I hate when the hat's not on right. It bothers me. The members only Discord is a place where you can hang out. You can share your pocket check. You can check out the Steel Snobs knife steel comparison tool. And of course, you can hang out and chat. If you want to know what that looks like, bam, there we go. So there is, if you are a channel member and you go to my community tab on YouTube, you will find an invite link there. Something that's cool, I wanted to be the first one to let you guys know this. I'm going to come out with a Reddit thread or a Reddit page for the channel, specifically for the live stream, for everybody, for not just channel members. And in future live streams, we'll be reading questions, we'll be reading posts off of the Reddit that I'm going to build for the channel, specifically for live stream purposes. So, and that will be available to people who are not just channel members, but to everybody. So, keep an eye out for that. I should probably be releasing that here in the next week. That'll be a good time. For now, let's get into some of these pocket checks. Let's see. I think I'm way too scrolled up. Here we go. Mark P coming in with the Brian Brown Jaeger M. That is the St. Nick's Knives exclusive in dark matter red fat carbon fiber, and that is a fantastic photo. Would you look at it? Would you look at it? Gosh, that's good looking. I really like that. I like it a lot. I had one, actually. They only made like 60 of those, I think. Jim Miller coming in hot with the CDC Sprinkles, the CDC Sprinkles Chicago, Hansen, and Salvation. That's a three-piece CDC carry from Crispy Donut Community. Very nice. I see you switched out the fixed blade. Nice, man. Kaleidoscope and Knives. He's got is that the God of Mischief up top? The Brian Brown Jaeger M version 2, and that's going to be the Tactile Knife Company Chupacabra, which I've heard some mixed stories about. Some people really like it, some people really don't. American made, Magna Cut aluminum. I think it was like $250 on release, which For an American-made knife with that's the super lock. I don't think that that's a bad deal, but I've heard that some people really don't like that. Do you like it? That's what's important. You spent your money on it. Let us know in the chat. How are you liking the tactile knife company Chupacabra? The Knight's Edge. Oh, nice. He's got the CJRB Bowie Pyrite. The Bowie Pyrite. All right. So there was a discussion in one of the chats that I'm a part of on Instagram. And the discussion was, is it pronounced Bowie or Bowie? Now, some people are going to say Bowie. Some people are going to say Bowie. Some people don't care. Some people say both. I've been guilty of pronouncing it both ways. However, it is a pet peeve of mine when things are mispronounced. So here's the deal. Phonetically speaking, it's Bowie. Phonetically. However, the Bowie style blade is named after David Bowie, who is it? Remember the Alamo. It's named after him, and his name was pronounced Bowie, not Bowie. So some people get really upset if you mispronounce Bowie. If you pronounce it Bowie, some people will get upset. So if, of course, you recognize that blade shape is named after the man, and the man's name was pronounced Bowie, that is effectively a Bowie blade. So that is the CJRB Bowie Pyrite. There you go. There you have it. We have shattered the misconceptions. 100%. Now you know. Vernacular drama. A shout out to Palmer Connolly, who's been a channel member for a month. He says it's Bowie. Phonetically, you are correct, but it's named after the man who pronounced his name Bowie. For example, Google. All right, so check this out.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name, as well as how to say more interesting and often mispronounced words as well in English, so make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more learning.
This AI voice is awful. Why is it that every time you want to look up a video on how to pronounce something, you get this guy?
This is generally pronounced as Bowie knife, although it is also sometimes said, and it is also correct to pronounce it as Bowie knife, or more generally, Bowie knife. And now, you know, here are more videos.
Oh, there you have it, guys. There you have it. It's often pronounced Bowie knife, but it is, in fact, Bowie, because it's after the guy who the blade shape is named after. All right, I'm looking something up right now. It's not David Bowie. It's David Bowie is the singer. James Bowie is the famous fighter. There we go. Spare me. It's been a long week. Okay, I'm tired. I've had very minimal sleep this week. James Bowie and David Bowie. So it's the Bowie knife because it's named after James Bowie. And I will stick to that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yep, Jim, not David. David is the singer. I know. Screwed up that one. Jim Bowie. Yep. See, the comment section will never let me live down any kind of mistakes. Ever. Whitey Knife says, also, Bowie like on the ocean? English sucks. Hey, shout out to the Knight's Edge. Thanks for the $2 super chat. He says, say the word now, then say Bowie like that. Bowie? Bowie knife. Bowie. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Steve says, some say potato, some say potato, some say F you. Loser says, apparently Jim Bowie dropped out of first grade. Damn. It's a Bowie knife. Steve says, I saw a Bowie floating in the ocean. Nice. Lone Star says, no drama from spelling only, no writing on my drama buzzword coattails. This is the way. Oh, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Shout out to Dwayne Letterman says, Jim Bowie, David sang songs. I know. Jim Bowie or James Bowie, David Bowie. Two different people. I had a feeling I was getting that wrong. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. All right. Still better than raisins. Anyhow, let's go ahead and boom. We're going to go back here. And we're going to do this. That's the one. I wanted to see, is White Mountain Knives still having that big old sale? Let's see. Is there still a Kubi sale? Did they finish it off? I think they finished it off. Bummer. That's too bad. Concept closeout. You can get some discontinued concept knives for less than 50% off. That's crazy. Looks like a lot of them are sold out, actually. They've got the concept bevy slip joint. Nothing too exciting there. The concept mini helix. $38. Nope. Sold out. Interesting. Hydra closeout. Fixed blades? Not familiar with Hydra. Midgards Messer on sale? Okay. There we go. I've always wanted to check out this fixed blade by Midgards. I love this blade shape. Love it. It's the Midgards Messer Valdis. It's the Molan Labe edition. CPM 3, it says CPM 3V there, but it says CPM D2 there. Which is it, White Mountain Knives? Is it 3V or is it CPM D2? I need to know. $129 though. But thinking about doing some fixed blade content. Just haven't really gotten there yet. CMB closeout. Yeah, so if you want some Canadian made blade, they've got a sale going on right now too. That's cool. I wonder if you were to go here and actually like try the cart. Hey, look at that. The Kubi Momentum sold out. Oh, yeah. Nice. Shout out to Sharif Manganas. So we're going to... I'm going to see if the Kubi code is still working. Let's do that. Let's do the Titius. All the Titiuses are almost sold out. Bananas. Absolutely bananas. Okay, what about the Vagrant? Will it work on the Kubi Vagrant? Let's see. It's thinking about it. While we wait for that to load, let's check out the chat. The Night's Edge says, say little bow wow, then say buoy like you just said. Bow, bow, little bow wow, buoy. There you go. Jim Miller says, resin buoy made it for his brother. Nice. Dwayne Letterman says, hey, David could have made a knife. Who knows? Probably not. Lone Star says, hate it when a knife retailer has the knife you want at the very best price. Of course, it is out of stock. Yeah, it's true. Lone Star says, it is a D2 3V sand mine. Okay, I get behind that. Daze says, Kubi code still works for some. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Jake Anderson says, does anyone have one of the Beyond EDC knives? Was thinking of getting the Geo, but was curious about the quality. So I do not own a Beyond EDC knife, but I have checked out the Riverwolf. And the Riverwolf was designed by the other Demko brother. I think it's John Demko. It's not Andrew Demko, but it was designed by the other Demko. And I gotta say, like, the quality of it was good. The design itself, in my opinion, felt a little lackluster. But as far as the fit and finish goes, the fit and finish was great. I think that they do some good work over there. So I don't think that Beyond EDC has any kind of QC issues you need to be wary of. I'd say they're pretty decent. All right. All right, White Mountain Knives, I give up. Just tell me if you have anything cool coming in. Ooh. Check it out, guys. The Sharp by Design Derecho is coming in hot. So we don't have pictures yet. We don't have any pictures yet. It's a recurve style blade. Brian Nadeau, $350, which is par for the course for Brian Nadeau for Sharp by Design. M390, I would have rather had S90V, but it is what it is. Black titanium, carbon fiber, but they're gonna have it in a couple different finishes. So check this out. They're gonna have it in raw. They're gonna have it with the G10 inlay. You can get it with an OD green micarta inlay. If you just want a full titanium handle, which is probably the way I would go, they're going to have that as well. Look at the detail on that drawing. Who approved this? Can we not get some prototype photos for the dealers, please? Please. But they are going to have that. And I actually think that looks like a pretty cool design overall, just based off of the drawings that we have. That's going to be coming out when? Not entirely sure. They probably mention it on Instagram, though. What else? What else? Trying to see what else is new. Is there anything exciting here? Is there anything that's going to get the blood pumping? I'm going with probably not. I do like the look of the Valkyria. That'd be cool to check out. $350 though. All right. What about new? Ooh, so here's this one. If you guys are not familiar with Mech Force Knives, they did a collaboration with Rick Lala, who is a legendary knife maker. Very old school, very well respected in the custom game and the custom knife community. His work isn't cheap, and neither is this knife. $425. This is the Mech Force scroll pattern Sentry, and it is designed after the Korth Sentry, which is a super expensive custom knife made by Rick Lala. So this is true to the design, but production made by MechForce. $425. It's not cheap, but neither is that collaboration. I showed this to a couple other channels, and they're like, wow, Rolls, you really have a type, don't you? I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? I think that's a gorgeous looking knife. You know, maybe the scroll work isn't for me, but they also have one with the diamond pattern for $410. I think that diamond pattern looks great. But what do you guys think? Have you been looking at the MechForce Lala Sentry? I think it looks great. It's not cheap. It's not light either. It's a 5-ounce knife, 3.5-inch blade. But I was curious to see what you guys had to say. Am I crazy for liking this knife? Or does anyone else find this attractive? Do I have a type? Dave says, ooh, check out the Yang YG003. Man, they need to come up with a model name for that. Model numbers suck. Okay, the Yangi, I don't know how to pronounce that. YG003. All right, so let's see. That's not a bad looking knife. That is not a bad looking knife at all. What do we got here? So it looks like contoured. I'm guessing that looks contoured to me. Contoured handle scales. Single-sided body screws. Yeah. So you have screws only on one side. Pivot. I like that blade shape, actually. I like that there's a thumb stud there. I mean, there has to be. There's no flipper. That's the way to deploy it. $150, and you get S90V. They're claiming, at least the listing is claiming, 60 to 61 HRC. Who makes, like, are they their own OEM? Is this like a Tucson deal? All right. Can I find a website for this company? Who is Yangi? I cannot find a website for this company. That's crazy, man. The knife looks good. The material composition is good. It's a RIA design. It's got to be like a Tucson. It's got to be a Tucson subsidiary. That would be my guess. It's a Tucson subsidiary. But $154, titanium and S90V, not bad. Of course, you could use my discount code and take $15 off of that, so make it $140, even better. I'm gonna have to check out one of their knives and see. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're related to Tucson in some way, shape, or form. That looks good though. $154, definitely a good value. The Night's Edge says, I've wanted a Beyond EDC Riverwolf for a hot minute. Well, if that's the case, check it out. So I don't have any codes for Knife Joy, but the Riverwolf was like a $300 knife, right? So you can get it on Knife Joy right now on sale. Remember this. When I reviewed the Riverwolf, it was $300 and people paid that price. As of right now, you can get it for $169. $169, and I think that for that price, the Riverwolf is actually quite good. When I checked it out, I kind of felt like the $300 price point was too high. $170 though, $169.95. We'll call it a $170. I think that's actually a pretty good deal for this knife. For $170, I would have, if I had seen this knife through a $170 lens a year and a half ago when I reviewed it, I would have really liked it. I would have thought that was a smashing good deal. People paid the $300 price point a year and a half ago. So for $169, that is solid. great action, single-sided captive pivot, not a ton of body screws, decent ergos. I wasn't super happy about how much plainness there was because there's not a whole lot of design language going on here. And I'm somebody that likes knives that have a bit of flair somewhere. Usually, I have my exceptions. But in this case, if you like this style of knife, and you know if you do or not, this is a great deal. $169.95 at Knife Joy. That reminds me of? There was a comment. Every now and then I look at the comment section on my benchmade videos because they're so funny. The comments on my benchmade videos are so funny. I'll give you an example. If I were to go and say, type in Rollshambo benchmade shootout, people got I came out with this video a year ago, and have I been too harsh with? I won't play the video, but I am going to show you the comment because it made me laugh. And I felt bad for this guy. I did. So let me go ahead and show you. The latest comment on my Benchmade shootout video that I came out with a year ago says, this guy is Edgar Chavez. Shout out to Edgar Chavez. Thanks for watching the channel, man. So he commented, he says, I just purchased the shootout yesterday from Talk. The total was $51.95. Delivery included. I hope it's not a knockoff. For the price I paid, I'm willing to accept all the small flaws that mentioned and reviewed. I mean, do you want to tell him or should I? It's like, I already commented and I already let him know, dude. If it's legitimate, that would be the best value for any American-made OTF ever. But no, you probably got a knockoff. Anyways, what made me think about this was the price tag of a knife matters because it changes how we look at it, right? If something is more expensive, we're going to look at it with a magnifying glass. If it's less expensive, it's okay because you didn't spend, an arm and a leg trying to get it. You didn't, pay Benchmade instead of paying your rent. So let's say for a second that the Benchmade shootout, which is not an OTF that I like, it's a decent knife. As far as OTFs go, it's a decent knife. I didn't like it because it's a $300 knife. And for $300, there are far better American-made out the front automatic knives out there. Period. But if it was $51 through a $51 lens, it would be pretty sweet, right? So, Mr. Edgar Chavez, undoubtedly, sir, I apologize, but you probably bought a knockoff, which is a damn shame because it sounds like you thought you were getting the real deal. But the price of a knife matters because it changes the lens that we look at it through. And that's something that'll stand by 1,000,000%. The Beyond.edc Riverwolf at $169 through that $169 lens, absolutely. Absolutely. All day. All day. That knife at $169 all day. But I just thought I would mention that because I thought it was funny. We were talking about the lens at which we look at knives through based on the price point. All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat. Sorry, guys, I go on tangents. The Night's Edge says, Rollshambo, I just blew the April, early May budget on the Rosalinda, though. Hey, congrats on the Rosie. On the Rosalinda. Lou Zaire says, design language. I'm not a knife guy. I'm a blade consultant. Nice. The Night's Edge says, Blade HQ has a hell of a spring sale happening right now. Yes, they do. I linked to it in my YouTube community chat. Oh, my goodness. Welcome into Bluminati Ninja, and thank you. Thanks, Blue, for gifting 5 channel memberships. Damn. Guys, smash the like button one time for my man Blue, for his generosity. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you for your generosity. And welcome into the new connoisseurs and collectors of all things sharp and shiny. And for some of you guys, welcome back. Now, that's how you make an entrance. I'm bad at entrances. Oftentimes, I'm late. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and see what they've got going on over at Blade HQ, because they do have a hell of a sale going on. The spring cleaning sale. All week, free standard shipping. Damn. One of the knives that they have for sale right now, and I don't know if they still have anymore. Oh, they do. The Chavez 229 kickstop, guys, at $249 is a banger of a deal. Absolute banger deal. Through the lens of the price tag of $249, that is an incredible deal. Love the 229 kickstop. A shout out to the Night's Edge for gifting 5 more channel members. Damn. Thanks, man. And welcome in and welcome back to the new connoisseurs and collectors of all things sharp and shiny. Damn. Appreciate your guys' generosity. Thank you so much. And congrats to the new channel members. All right. Let's see what else they got going on sale here. I know that they had... Oh, yeah. This is a deal. Check this out. So the gray G10 80-20.5 slicer shark lock 80-20.5. This is the new blade shape, or one of the newer blade shapes for Demko, and this is a price that I actually don't disagree with too much. $199. Yes, it's G10, but it's also 20 CV on that blade. The good locking mechanism, better cutting geometry. This is the price it should always be at, in my opinion. This shouldn't be a sale price. This should be the regular price. Just saying. Blue says, well, we meet again. Knife's Edge. Shout out to Knives Fast. He says, clerking and listening while driving to go play disc golf. You guys are doing good. Hey, man. Shout out to Knives Fast. What's up, Casey? Casey, if you didn't know, is a professional disc golfer. He is known in the disc golfing circles as the Blue Mamba. Some say that he might be the Michael Jordan of disc golf. What's up, Casey? Good to see you, brother. Good luck in your disc golf. I hope you kill it. Hope you kill it. All right. What else is on this sale? All right, so you can get a 80-20.5 slicer for $169. You can get, and this is probably one of the best deals, the Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight in M4 for $120. That's killer. I kind of want that. You can get a Spyderco Yojumbo M4 for $165. That's crazy, man. The Boker Plus Scoundrel 2nd Gen frame lock titanium. What? This is bananas. So this is a discontinued knife. Titanium and VG10. What a combo. Titanium and VG10 Boker. It's a Steve Kelly design. VG10 blade, though. Whose idea was that? VG10, really? I know, it's kind of like titanium and D2, but still. A bunch of Kershaws. Hey, look at that. You can get a benchmade shootout instead of $375 now for the low price of $229. There are still better benchmades out there, or excuse me, there's better OTF, American-made OTFs out there for $229. For example, I'm pretty sure the Kershaw Livewire, is that part of the sale? Kershaw Livewire. Yeah, it's on sale. Guess what? $184. Say no more. You can spend more on a shootout, or you can get a Kershaw Livewire, which is I've reviewed them both. The Livewire is significantly better. Better lock up and lock out. I like the Magna Cut for the Kershaw Livewire better than I like the Crewwear. I like Crewwear. Crewwear is great. Magna Cut is the Crewwear killer, though. It was designed to be better than Crewwear. That is just so good. Look at all these different colors, and you can get you can even get the new Tanto version. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Don't buy a shootout, buy a Livewire. There you go. Top brands. They have microtechs on sale? Of course not. Remember what I said about those map agreements and how microtech keeps people from vastly discounting their knives? There you go. No, I'm not seeing any microtechs on this sale. That's too bad, too. I was really kind of hoping that they'd have a Glycon on sale. But no. Benchmades on sale. I almost said Benchmades on sale. Only the shootout. Only the shootout. Looks like the CLA and Magna Cut is also on sale. How bad is this that this G10 and Magna Cut knife is on sale for $300? Can someone talk to Benchmade, please? That's embarrassing. That's your sale price? $300? What are they doing? Who authorized that? What are they smoking, and why aren't they sharing? It's a damn shame. All right. I can't look at Benchmade anymore. It'll make me angry. It will. Absolutely make me angry. Right. What is that? The Dagger Knives Chinkadea? I know I'm not pronouncing that right. It's that's the Roman dagger blade shape. All right. How to pronounce this? Is it Chinkadea? Chincadia? How do you say it?
Sync D.
Sync D? Really?
Sync D.
Sync D.
Syncedia.
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 Cinquedea.
Chinkadea. Okay. That's the one I had heard before. There's so many ways to say that. Anyways, they made a knife with that blade shape. I don't know how I feel about that. Is it cool? Is this pommel thing useful? What? Why is this G10 and VG10? Why is this $135? Who authorized this? That is a fail. No. G10 and VG10, $135. You got to be out of your mind. They must have attended some seminars by Benchmade. $135? Stop it. Stop it. No, that is awful. And this one looks corny. I'm sorry, that color scheme looks kind of corny. The black looks all right. The white with the copper, that's not it. No. Absolutely not. Ooh, the Prometheus Design Works SPD UFO. USA made. USA made. Out the front knife. G10 and MagnaCut for $289. Is it a better deal than the benchmade shootout? Probably. I know it's not really a high bar to clear, right? It says G10. One side looks like aluminum, the other side looks like G10. Tip down titanium pocket clip, yeah. I don't like that lanyard. I don't like this lanyard hole right there. Like they could have chopped that off. That's unnecessary. But shout out to Prometheus for doing a deployment button that does not look like all the other deployment buttons. That's pretty good. And for that, my hat is off to you. Figuratively, not literally. Pretty all right. The Knight's Edge says Casey is the Beldar of disc golf. I don't know who that is. Who's Beldar? Hey, shout out to Jay Korskin. Welcome in, Jay. Good to see you, man. Shout out to Knife Plebe making it in. He says, anyone tell me what site we are talking about? Yeah, this is Blade HQ. They've got a massive springtime sale going on right now, so we're just checking out some knives over there, seeing what's for sale, seeing what's new. Shout out to Joe Isabella. He says VG10 was meant to chop through bone in kitchens. I think it's tough enough. Yeah, VG10 is a tough steel for sure. It's just not a steel that we should be spending over $100 on. So, yeah. Knives Fast says, I heard you can get one for $52. Talking about the benchmade shootout. Oh, yeah. Perfectly legitimate $52 benchmade shootout. Right? Lone Star says, you have to pay extra for an unknown MagnaCut HRC with benchmade. Yeah, you're not wrong. Lone Star says, Jim Chinkadilla. Oh, here we go. This is too good. It's too good. Knife Pleep says, do you have a Blade HQ code? I'm going to snag that Mannix. I don't know anybody that does, actually. I don't know anyone who Blade HQ has given a discount code to, like, except for maybe, like, I don't know, Nick Shabazz? Maybe? Hey, shout out to JD for EDC in the house. I know I don't got to tell you guys to do so because you probably already are, but make sure to check out JD's channel. Channel mods, if you could go ahead and hook up JD's link in the chat. I would appreciate it. Knives Fast, thanks for dropping in, man, and good luck with the disc golf. We know you're gonna kill it. I know that's why they call you the Blue Mamba. That's my new nickname. Bluetooth says if Rollo was wearing glasses, we could see it too. All right. That was the screen I meant to be on this whole time. This whole time. Yeah, the Prometheus Design Works SPD UFO and MagnaCut. white waves, aluminum, $289. That's what I was talking about this whole time. Wow. I just realized I wasn't looking at my recording screen. I thought I had switched over, but apparently I hadn't. Yeah, no, this whole time I thought I was sharing my screen. Good stuff. Now I have to look at the chat where everyone reminds me that you can't see my screen. Okay. That's how far behind on the chat that I am. Palmer Connolly says Blade HQ doesn't do affiliates. I think their channel is huge. They don't need advertising. They advertise quite a bit, and they put a lot of money into their own channel, which gets massive amounts of views. Absolutely staggering amounts of views. So check it out. If you were to go to Blade HQ on YouTube, they have 748,000 subscribers. They're a store. People know that when they put up a video, they're trying to sell you. Like, they will shill for themselves. 748,000 subscribers, 1,300 videos, and their videos get some pretty good playtime too. Now, unfortunately, Blade HQ has gone through some turnover on their hosts, on their channel hosts. They used to be good. They used to have Ben. They used to have, gosh, what's his name? Today is not my day. I probably need a full night's sleep. I probably need a good meal. I probably need, to take a breath. What a week, man. I am indeed very tired. It's Ben and, what's his name? I always forget his name. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyways, look at how their videos used to perform. 100,000 views, 30,000 views, 50,000 views, 24,000 views, 71,000 views. Look at what they're doing now, and it's like 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 40,000 views is now a high performer for them. They've got one a month ago that went nuts. It was 85,000 views. But my point is that, like, this is a knife retail store that puts out videos. Same with Knife Center. I actually think that Knife Center with David C. Anderson is probably a bigger channel. Knife Center. Damn it. This is not my day. 425,000 subscribers. So Knife Center isn't even as big. But yeah, so you want to know why they don't give out channel discounts? They would like, why? Why, when you have your own channel that already has so much playtime, it already has so many subscribers, you want to promote something, you don't need to give out a discount code. You could just, make a video about it. And that is why they have a YouTube channel, so that they can save costs on marketing. They do still advertise. I've seen Blade HQ advertisements on like Instagram. And I see them do a collaboration attempt every now and then with some popular YouTube channels every now and then, but I've never seen a Blade HQ discount code. Matt Michael says, "Hey y'all, had to take a break from installing new ductwork in the house. I'm beat." Me too, buddy. Let's see. What have I done today that shows that I probably should just take a nap? First thing, I said David Bowie instead of Jim Bowie. That's strike number one. Strike number two, I talked about a bunch of stuff that I thought I was screen sharing. Turns out I wasn't screen sharing. I'm beat too. Zach in the wild. Thank you, JD. Zach and Ben, during their heyday, Zach and Ben, they really made the Blade HQ channel And to my knowledge, they didn't get paid very well for what they did with that channel, which is a damn shame because the ad revenue alone from the Blade HQ channel is probably enough to more than pay for their salaries. And they just didn't do it. Hey, how's it going, John Blackman? Welcome in, man. Palmer Connolly, yep. Zach Whitmore, Zach in the Wild. JD says, to my knowledge, White Mountain Knives, traditional pocket knives, and Blade Binge are the only places giving discount codes. Might be others I don't know of. Blade Runner HQ, use code Shambo for 20% off your Wee Riot, Max Ace, Medford, and Paragon knives at Blade Runner headquarters. Lone Star says, Knife Center does not do lives, however. They do not. That is true. The Knight says, I linked the new green glycons from eKnives. Ooh, the green glycons. Glycons, wow. That's almost as bad as Moyoral. Let's do this. eKnives. eKnives always has some good stuff, too. The green glycon. These right here, green glycon. Does that count as green? Yeah, that's green. I want to check out a glycon one of these days. I do like OTF knives. The microtech glycon looks fantastic. I don't know if I'm all about the green though. Personally, on this one, I actually prefer the raw titanium look, which I don't see that they currently have. But that is a model that they make. They also have it in blue, purple. Yeah, I guess that's a purple. $850. Dear Lord. I do want to know, why is this one so much more expensive? Why is it $300 more? It can't be just for DLC or color. Like the same materials as far as I'm aware. Why is this one more? Maybe it's more limited? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Palmer says, I can't think of many other channels where 40,000 views is a slow day. I definitely understand why they do what they do. Yeah, no, Blade HQ is, they have a good business acumen. They absolutely do. Absolutely. Loser says, I watched Zach in the Wild do some vids with Dr. Laren where it was a giant fanboy kiss-ass session. Haven't watched him since. You know, anytime you can get Laren Thomas in a video is it's good. Like, what bothers me, because I agree with you, what bothers me is you have one of the foremost authorities in our YouTube knife community on camera. You have the opportunity to clear up a whole lot of misconceptions, and instead you spend that time just what? Like kissing up to the guy? Like, that's good and fine. Do that in your own time, but like use that time on camera to actually, you know, clear some information in common terms. You have the opportunity to do that. And that is, if I ever get an opportunity to interview Laren Thomas, I promise you it will not be 30 minutes of me kissing his ass. I will ask him important questions. And if I ever do get him to agree to an interview, I'm going to poll the community to see what questions are most important to you guys, because that's what they should have done. Hey, how's it going, Delaney? Welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for being a channel member. John says, sounds like you need a favorite alcoholic beverage and flick your favorite pocket knife. Yeah, that could be good. That could be a good time. Palmer says, at that point, it was shortly after he invented MagnaCut. I'd be pretty excited too. Laren's great. Laren is amazing. He's an amazing resource for knife enthusiasts everywhere. He's done more for clearing the fog that covers what makes knife seals so different from each other. He's pretty much the only metallurgist that does anything other than leave comments on YouTube videos telling people why they're wrong. Like, there's tons of metallurgists out there. Just look at the comment section anytime someone says this steel is good or that steel is bad. All the metallurgists, they just flock to the comment section, but nobody's making videos. No one's putting up websites, but Laren is, and that's why he's an important resource for our community. Dwayne Letterman says, try Blade HQ 10 for 10%. All right, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Let's go back to Blade HQ and see, will that work? So, we're going to do Spyderco. Let's take an already discounted knife and see if this will work. Because I'm curious. I've never seen a discount code work on Blade HQ. Where do I even put that in? Do I have to actually go and check out? All right. Check out as guest. Hold on. I'm going to take this off screen. I think I'm still screen sharing. Yeah, okay. And I'm just going to enter in some information so I can get to the part where it lets me actually put in a discount code. All right. All right. So, what was that code? It was Blade HQ 10. All right, let's see. Is this going to work? Will it work? Gift card code? I mean, it's not a discount code. It is a gift card code. It so far, nothing. That's a bummer. Maybe you put it in somewhere at some other point. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I wish they would do more for the community than they currently do, but they don't. Palmer says, yeah, I've had many combos with Laren. Great guy. I think Zach was over the top, though. It's possible. Delaney says, have you seen the Maxace Medusa on their website? It's listed as a folding knife, but it looks like an OTF to me. The Maxace Medusa. That looks like a comb to me. Yeah, that's 100% an OTF. It looks like the Neptune is what that looks like. Speaking of which, you guys are awesome. I've been notified that the Maxace Neptune is now available, or at least it was when I double checked it earlier. So, where is it? Shop. Shop list, product. Where's the Neptune? Neptune. Nothing found. Stop it. Maxace Neptune. Yeah, the Neptune, the $108 OTF that everybody wanted, is available. Or at least it was. Yep, here it is. So you can get the serrated blade version, which is going to be this one right here. So partial serrated, $108. That's in stock. And that's the only one left in stock. Earlier when I checked on it, they had other blade shapes in stock and other blade styles in stock as well. Like the drop point was in stock. The dagger was in stock. Now it's just the partial serrated. Yeah. X04C. So that would be this guy right there, which I still think is a pretty good looking dagger blade. You know, I'm not opposed to a partial serration on certain things. So yeah, the Neptune is in stock. if you're okay with the partial serrated. $108. That's a pretty dang good deal. The Night's Edge says, show us your credit card info so it's authentic. No. If it works, probably only works on non-discounted knives. Maybe. Yep, I'm not surprised. That does not surprise me at all. Knife Steel Nerds is a great channel. Very, very educational. Absolutely. All right, guys. So we are nearing the end of the live stream. I wanted to say thank you for joining me on yet another awesome Saturday live. I appreciate you guys coming out in force. I appreciate you showing up and supporting. I appreciate all the gifted memberships. I appreciate you putting up with my inability to tell the difference between Jim and David Bowie. And for forgiving me for forgetting that I wasn't, in fact, on screen share. I'm probably going to take a day off of content creation and just get my brain back in order. But in the meantime, we will of course be going live again on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, or 9 p.m. Central. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your weekend. For some of you guys, I'll see you soon. For everybody else, I'll see you later.